good. Looking good. Welcome, everyone. Ewok Templar. Diablo 4. Back at it again. We're just gonna get into it. Ewok Templar. Integral to the plot. Let's get it started. I'm not even gonna describe why. I'm blinking out of existence again. It's good. It's good for the algorithm, it's good for you, it's good for me, and it helps you enjoy the game better to not have to see me mentally, physically struggle in my mind butter as we go through this English once more. I don't know why it does, but it does. Helps everyone. Makes everyone better. Happier, stronger. More united. A lot of killing. I'm gonna lock in. Just get to it again. Get to it. Starting off exactly where I left off yesterday.
We should get moving.
It's over. It's over, Red Rover. We'll go back. The march of the goblins is in full swing. And of course, the first one we run into is the one that's packed full of obols. That's what we need. Obols. I wish I could trade the obols in for something else. I guess I could go get like roll legendaries, but I already have plenty of legendaries. I need something more. I wonder if there's a way you could like look up which legendaries are available and when. I guess when would be important. Once they're available, right? They take stuff off of the list. Well, no, I take that back. They do, because there's like that whole list of I'm using some right now. They're called legacy items because we've updated past them. Actually, no, I'm not using any now. Am I? They used to be marked. That's weird, now that I think about it. Hold on, let's kill a few wasps. Now that because they're bothering me. Now that I think about it. Yeah, this one was marked as a legacy thing because it has 4 affixes. Now they're not marked as legacy, which is weird. Notice how they have the 4 points of upgrade because I can upgrade them, unlike the unique ones. There's always at least one that just shows up. I'm very confused. What happened to the legacy things? I wonder if they updated it to where now the odds of a legendary dropping with 4 affixes thing again. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Got one of those randomly from a goblin, a Neathon, whatever that is. Look, yeah, they changed it back because now even these rares have 4 affixes. God, can we think? Where'd you even come from? Every few feet there's an animus carrier. Weird how I didn't notice that. The chieftain's
Elder
orders
Janna.
once again.
A family of wasps has crept their
I
way
wonder if it
into
never
the cave in
changes because of the
Highlands. The
dungeons.
wasps are harmless enough.
I'm going to the same dungeons. I'm getting the same.
Such tiny creatures could
same
sow
level
sheer
as us. Does that
chaos
mean-
with their coming.
Does that mean if we
You're
go to the
strong
same
in
particular
a
dungeon,
language
we'll
of
always get the
swords.
abandoned journal
You
over and
know
over
the
again?
rhythms of their dances. Go
We
to the
just
Highlands.
marvel over its
Guide this
abandonment.
brood from the cave. Let them home alone. Chieftain.
Very mysterious it is. Okay, whatever's happening's happening now. I'm loving it. Look at that. Oh, and now we're getting some numbers in. With the vessel of hatred at last cross. Let's deal with Suede. Who invented it and why? Like it's leather, but it's worse. You know what I mean? Like leather came first. Started making it thick and using it as armor. And then we made suede, which is just like fuzzy leather that's weaker than leather. But also, if you get it wet, it somehow ruins its texture. Even though it's made of skin, which is like designed to whisk moisture away to where you could absorb it, but also keep a lot of it out at the same time. It's kind of weird. Like how they, it's like they got animal skins, tanned them, but then somehow did something to them to make them worse and less useful. I don't get it. Just for a look? Once again, I need to reiterate, I'm not pretending to be anything. I'm just doing what I gotta do. I feel like that whisper's out there again. Someone's gotta set the record, man. Might as well be me. That's an interesting ability. I should probably look to see if I can change affixes now. If they changed it. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I should. Hold your ground.
Watch out!
It's over.
We're all definitely having our own ballet tonight. I would go do that one. There's like a whole lot of nothing in between here and there, though. You see how big of a gap to area this is? Like the other little zone is right here. There's like one there. This one here. And then the other one, it's like right there. The little zone. There's nothing there. It looks like there is, but there's not. It's right there, and right there. This one right here. I thought there was a third one, but I don't think there is. If I had to guess, it'd be right there. If I know it's not, let's go explore. Let's go take a look at it. Because I could have sworn there's not. Get off. Give me some room. Some breathing room. I must march into the wilderness and see. No, there's nothing here. No. It's fat. It's wide. It's got a whole lot of chutzpah of nothing. Yes, I'm emotional. How's that a bad thing for you? How does that affect you in any way? See, I'm trying to defeat a snake guy. Don't get it, man. Don't get it. All these intrusive wieners. Even the weird blood buffalo elephants fight to survive. I feel like we really learned something today. Don't judge a book by its cover. Monies. Useful to someone. Not terrible, it's just above your head. Throwing blades at me. I don't want to jinx it. I've noticed one move doesn't seem to be happening as often as it used to. That's making me happy. Get off me!
You're a saint.
Leave me alone.
Please help.
Can't Kur release bound prisoners anymore? I bet if I was a big, fat, white, bearded, burly man, instead of attacking me, he'd be spanking my bare butt, balls, and back, letting me rescue these people.
Don't just stand there.
Help me!
There it is. There it is. I said something and now it appeared. It knew. It knew. I don't even want to address it. I don't even want to talk about it. It caused me nothing but trouble. Nothing but anguish. Pool full of disappointment. Alright, they're still showing up. But at least it's like only one every now and then. Not this weird orbital mech cannon sent to destroy you and your hopes and dreams over and over again. And I have so little hopes and dreams these days. I like how the blood bows are made of bows of blood, but the arrows are still real. That doesn't make sense, but it's fine. It's fine. Do I have to poke holes in everything? Do I have to analyze everything? Can I just enjoy myself? Can I just wander the wilderness of the ice cave and just be like, oh, look at this environment. It looks similar but slightly different. Let's just try not to shoot him. Is that an option? If I try to take combat responsibility. Oh, okay. Yeah. Why do we want to do this fast? God knows what thing the player loves. It's ladder climbing. Oh, look. Kaleidoscope of killables. A big mosaic of things trying to stab me. Dedicated squarely to pancake.
Neglected by
I'm not against it. Why does it do that?
my dear child.
What are you doing?
I'm so sorry. I should have been a better shot. I should never have shunned you. I trapped you here. Found your corpse. Wept. Grief. My heart spoke when your eyes. But it wasn't life that moved you. The unholy beasts that dwell here
Crutch.
raised your body with a magic so foul.
What a descriptor.
I had to kill you. I tried to give you a death more painless than your first. Wherever your
I'm not even
soul
done with the
is
scrap
now,
of paper yet.
may the light
There's a lot of information on a tiny scrap of paper, apparently. This guy must be able to write really small. He wrote his entire memoirs on a single scrap of paper. No, stream boo. Denied. No one likes you. You should offer people free bots as a trial run so that they can advertise your bots. You should be honest with Twitch. You should become an affiliate with Twitch and be like, some streamers need bots in order to get them through the day. We want to offer that avenue. You know what I mean? It should be an app. It should be an extension of Twitch. To bot or not. Be honest with them. I don't know why they keep showing up. What about me says, like, of all the things I've done in my life, what makes you think I'm gonna buy bots? Like, my purchase history is out there. Like, what do you... Of all the waste of time things. I'm not pretending to be anything. I'm doing what must be done. If you're gonna lie about me, I at least have the courage to put it in chat. So you know it's not true because they can't even type it out. All right, come on. Let's go. It's like purgatory, but for your controller. Ah! Oh, it's my dog. Well, sometimes he comes up on you kind of fast, man. I wish some of the coloring you could change for default for the dog so that it could stand out better, or at least give him like an ally something marker, a ring, a circle, because he comes up on you like he books it, and he's about the same. Like if you're not looking directly at him, if you're just like focused on what's ahead of you, you could easily confuse his like blurry signature as one of those tiny scorpion demons just running up on you. That is depressing. Elite zombies that are dead before they know what's happening. They summon their blood demons, their blood ritual versions of themselves, and they're equally as slow and useless.
The only way out of this is to fight.
Literally.
Here. Something for your trouble.
Mintables? Minute intervals? Hey, a stone made of black. That's normal. The bloodstone. Oh, very curious. Oh, I know where I'm at. I know what I'm doing wrong. I know where I live now. Hopefully y'all are having a good day, 'cause I'm having a curious one. Seems the longer I do this, the more curious and strange things go. So it's interesting. Who do they think they are? A lot of skelly bone men in this cave full of Do you think they get along? It's like the demons are like a separate thing altogether. The bone men used to be people, you know what I mean? How come the only allied bone men you run into in fantasy games is the ones that are summoned? You never run into like a village of bone men who are just not with the whole killing people for no reason thing. You know what I mean? Like you, even in Fallout, you find the super mutants and the death claws that don't want to just turn you into spaghetti just because you exist. These ones in a fantasy game, they'd be like, "Welcome to the village of the bone men." Hello. I'm like, people always freak out. Ah, bone warriors. No, I'm a bone farmer. I'm like, what? What are you doing? They live their lives normally, you know? Doing bone things. With bone tools. They have feasts and festivals, which ends up with a bunch of stuff just falling out of their rib cage, and some of the bone guys have to get together to sweep it up. You know what I mean? Move it out of the way because it's a mess now. Like to come to the bone festival? We make a stew for the livies, as we like to call them. with all the stuff we chew up with our teeth. Alright. Then you'd get into the debate, would you eat something that was manually chopped up to make a stew using a bone man's teeth? Like, how clean are the bone man's teeth? Is that a concern of yours? What if he brushes his teeth with fire? It's like, he can't get any cleaner. Literally just sticks a torch in his mouth and chews on it. What if you combined? What if it was a burning bone? Any person who has an experience with the fantasy genre knows that there are burning bone men sometimes. Wouldn't he be cooking it while chewing it? Would that not make you feel like enlightened? Now, oh look, I'm creating jobs for the dead. Only a job creator. You're creating some sort of weird, futuristic job security even after death. After death, job security. Tired of being your useless bone man? Always killing people, but always wondering what's the end goal?
Is someone there?
Okay, why is this? Oh, he's got the peoples haunting him. So you gotta get rid of all the haunters before you can get to the real haunting.
Help me find my baby.
I'm Troy Bone, founder of Boner EU. Wait, Boner University. There you go. That's better. We'll teach you how to become a cook, a farmer. Maybe you don't have all your bone parts and you need to volunteer to be part of a wailing wall for a while. Wouldn't that be something? You never have a fantasy land where you go to like a place like the Shire and like the defensible walls made of living bone men. They go like, ah, like scare you, like, ah. And you're like, ah, oh, I thought you were abandoned there. The gate's right over there. They point at it, but they're all like stuck together because they're making the wall. What do you guys do all day? Because you're made of a wall. We play word games mostly, and I spy. A lot of things can be spied on from a moving cot from the creator. And we also help move things. We have all these arms. We hand them to each other. We make like a daisy chains on the bone wall. Pass it all the way down, all around town. Yeah, we're technically also the mail system, yeah. See that, that'd be pretty cool. The good bone men. We're the good bone men. And the good bone women, too.
Fortunate timing. Let's see who can hunt the most.
Not that you'd bother giving them
most pounds
different
wins.
voices or
Winner picks the dinner menu.
character models. I would.
You haven't won yet.
If I was making a video game and I had good bone people and bad bone people, totally make a slight different version for the female bones.
That one was going to be mine.
Because all of the fantasy suggests that only men can be cursed to come back as screeching bone monsters. The story's like, ah, I'll cut your gizzard out. You know what I mean?
So you choose.
It'd be different.
What's on the menu?
It'd be different if which one of the bone archers in the background. Same voice though. Don't change the voice. Like they pull a bowstring, they fire an arrow off, and they're like, I miss having breasts, but at the same time, this makes archery a lot easier. Like, you know what I mean? And then one of the other bone archers is like, wait, you're a woman? And they look at each other. Life's confusing sometimes, even after death. Talk to this. Get off. I want to talk to these dudes. Look at them. They're about to duel.
Let's see who can hunt the most meat. Most pounds.
Oh, the great hunt,
wins.
yes.
Winner picks the dinner menu.
I've always been partial to a nice pepperoni. How do we make pepperoni? Do we need to make that out of the frost wings? Oh, I'm dead. That's the Scorponox tail surprised me once again. Yeah, I'll spawn halfway down the street. That's a good idea. That's great. That's great. It's too easy. It's too easy. We need to throw more insta kills just randomly into the fight.
So you choose. What our work here is
I can only imagine how annoying it is to be an Iron Man player. Freaking level 60. Paragon level 261. Covered in legendaries. You can get one shot by a magical ability just on expert level 1. Guess we could just keep on moving. Ow. Feels like it's a lot of try.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Big ducks. Huge metallic robo ducks. Got a couple of neothons. Wherever those are. Another bag of ovals. God knows I needed those ovals. There's a scrap of paper there. We'll be back for that. Dead Man's Dredge. And this area is called the Reaping. And not even the Reaping, it's just called Reaping. Welcome to Reaping. Why did you show me exclamation point by the select button? There's nothing. What am I looking at? What is here that is so
for my master?
relevant?
He has promised me both life and blood.
Both
As the
life
release the
and
world
blood.
crumbles. I crave such stability, such strength. I was
I crave
placed
such stability.
into a world that has no tolerance for it.
My master's like, after the world explodes, you're gonna want a lot of blood. That's really gonna help you out. It could be the new currency.
Soon, I will be reborn
Without you.
equal.
Hey, isn't that
and
finite,
as
sir? Because a lot of people are gonna be dead. Shut up.
Then this day will come.
That's what brings it value.
Will come.
Scarcity builds value.
Bless you. You're there! Please, help us get out of here! The only way out of this is to fight. We're going to make it! Here. Something for your trouble.
A lot of them just go into infinity.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
You're safe.
He died. Oh, and I have 9 potions again. What? When did this happen? Did they really think? I wonder if I'm like one of the only Diablo players. That's why they changed it back. They were like, like, I'm one of the last D4 players. No one's talking about it. There's like 3 of us. And they realized, oh man, people are dying a lot. I wonder if they, like, the servers of the hardcore players just got wiped after, like, people didn't notice that they only had 4 potions instead of 9. They were like, what? No, please. My spree. Hey guys, trying to make a big vampire? It's dead. Just like your hopes and dreams of defeating me. Because to defeat E.T. is to know E.T. And to know E.T. is to love E.T. And to love E.T. is to know oneself. Grace, elegance, vision, tenacity, lock boxes. I just don't know if I need all these obols.
Could salvage that.
Magic. Something to need help.
Get in there, get in there, get in there. Learn to like me. Like me the same way you like a good bowl of Campbell's Chunky Stew. Condensed.
Too much.
Alright, come on. Tell me a story. Tell me a tale. Tell me a tall tale, the way Fair to Midland does. Give me a pile of questionable mysteries. Enigmas. Poetry. Come on, man. Spin me a golden yarn of truths.
Every day. Exhausting.
Hey! Hopefully it floods me. Am I right, guys? The flooded mine. What about the flooded yours? Does that happen? Is that a thing? Oh, they have to die inside the little circles? Dead. Oh, that was a decent amount of gold. What were they mining in this flooded mine? You flooded mine, I'll flood yours. Tomato, tomato. Floodito, floodado. Alright. I get it, you're upset.
Watch out!
Come on then. I'm okay. The hell is Dada? Okay, that was a weird ending. I was like, will I spawn another wave? Nah. That was a lot of deer. You see like 2 or 3, that was like a whole herd of them right there. You think during Christmas time they could have added a couple of reindeer, you know? Pay for the whole meal or die trying. Whoa! That is quite a large number of bone men. Although I like what we're doing here. trying to build a bone society. I'm not against it. Take me down to the Paradise City. The girls are skinny. And their calcium deposits are showing. Oh, won't you please take me home? Scorpion tails in here. One day we'll get the dungeon with the green ghost and the red ghost working together. I will see it. I will work for it. I will work to end ghost prejudice amongst the two contrasting colored tribes. I don't know why. I like destroying the giant blood boils. They might like. I was like, if I. It's such a weird way to magically seal a door. It's so Eldritch horror rather than vampire, you know what I mean? It's so Magic the Gathering. Wait, oh, I'm missing another blood. I'm missing a few blood boils actually. How do we magically seal this door? Oh, we're gonna have to make 3 large blood boils the size of Buicks. What? Yeah. And they just accept that. I'm not gonna let these vampires get. Despite its flaws, Diablo 4 is alright. It becomes a roguelite if you're just here marching towards the XP. A roguelite that takes a lot of time. But nonetheless, we press on. You guys heading down here, huh? More vampires. I think it's time we started adding some variety to our characters in these type of games. You notice how the vampires, they all look the same. Bald head, the same outfit on. What if you just change their colors and everything? I mean, give them slightly different clothing, maybe a different haircut. Yeah, every now and then one of these magic guys flying around shooting blood balls at me as a pompadour. You know what I mean? Just to surprise me. Maybe the large ones with the big two-handed swords have a different colored combat button. And maybe the ghouls, the little weird like thrall ones that come and try to eat you, slash you with their little claws. I don't know. Maybe sometimes they have a little hat on. Probably since they've been like leaning more towards the MMO feel of this game. They don't have like more of a seasonal thing. I mean, they have the goblin for Christmas, right? Or for the
Thank you, Wanderer.
holiday
Without you,
season, if you will.
Be dead.
But
I think I can manage from
surprised they
here.
didn't add like reindeer and snowmen, like what GTA does. Maybe some of the vampires have little hats on. Like, just because you're a vampire doesn't mean you don't believe in Christmas anymore, right? Like, if you became a vampire, would you just abandon all your holidays? Now I only celebrate blood moons, right? Do you that hardcore? Of all the things that have happened, I've never seen a vampire Christmas. That's the next movie. That's the next Die Hard. That guy, that ice guy right there. I don't like him for some reason. I know it's the same group of people. But like that ice guy, he doesn't look Diablo. He looks more like WoW. I know Blizzard's in charge of both, but I feel like still you gotta give them their personalities, you know? Sort of out there, just looking kind of wrong in my opinion. Always found like doing Diablo is supposed to be like darker and grungier. More demon. Excuse me. Looking for the masses of evil to consume. Have you seen them? Even the maggots get blood ghosts. There's nothing sacred anymore. I guess it's just an elite power that some of the elites have. They just have it now. Lore accuracy be damned. The maggots know the blood magic now. The vampires taught it to them. Yeah, they're maggots, but they can be so much more.
My name is Pomuk Shlicek. I write this as I
The training
bleed
programs
out
of the
my
vampire
last
world are a mystery to me.
corrupted tombs of those who might have been
They're
my
complex, but inclusive.
I have hunted these wretched creatures for as long as I've been able to wield a knife against them. They feed on blood and grow strong in numbers. I have chased them into this nest and been caught in the trap.
You're safe.
Dead. And I fear for all who wander unknowingly into its crypts. You have the skill. Hunt them down. Do not let my death be for naught.
Ooh, bloodstone. How does one make a bloodstone? How strong do you have to be to crush blood into a stone? Genuinely upset. Dead. There's nothing we can do. I don't know. I like that all stats and that attack speed. Push capacity is not a thing? That's cool. Got some gold. And some mines. I'm aiming to be blessed with the legendary abandoned cone. The abandoned journal. I don't know how one. It perplexes me. Okay. The idea you can just look at a journal and decipher just from the way it looks that it was abandoned rather than lost or discarded. Someone purposefully left this journal here because the journal was causing them nothing but trouble and they had to abandon it. And that's a high level of perception right there. What do you even roll to get that much information? There it is! The abandoned journal!
Annika says the light delivered us to these mines. She says...
Oh, yeah. I could tell when she wrote that. She was like, you know what? I gotta leave this journal here. It's slowing me down. I need to abandon it. It's causing a ruckus in my inventory. Well. Looks like Anika's claim is doing pretty well for itself. A lot of blood, a lot of goatmen. Goes very deep.
You're there! Please! Help us get out of here!
They're here! Get ready!
You know, when it comes to a mine, it's about the yield. It's about how much good things you can feel about it. It doesn't matter how deep it goes. That's just posture. Like, if all the gold and gems was near the surface and your mine didn't have to be that deep, no one would care. You still have the gold and gems. Unless you go for some sort of weird, really deep, really long mine record. It's just dangerous. I mean, just buttress maintenance alone, the deeper and longer you go. That's cost right there.
I think we have a track!
Once again, another job for Bone Men. It'd be a great way to continue employment even after death. Mine inspector. Is there a magic? If they get crushed and destroyed, you just summon them again?
Here! Something for your troubles.
thinking the big ideas here. I'm thinking the big ideas. I'm thinking about the future MMO, the future RPG, where we combine all the seriousness of fantasy with all the wacky insanity of Fallout. And we give bone men jobs finally. Give the people what they want. Different factions of bone men. And bone women too. I want to see the good bone people living amongst the regular folk. My bad. The frozen heart of the Graal. We meet again. You know, even though the frozen hearts of Graal, I bet there's just one giant goat guy in there. Ah! And he's in. Hold on. Hoping I can set it up while this loading screen's happening. My music has stopped. No, YouTube Premium. No! I will not be asking or subscribing to the premium. Stop asking me. Is there a stop asking me function? I feel like there's a way you should be able to contact companies and be like, hey, I have no money. Stop trying to sell me this. And they'd be like, and for them just to be cool with it, wouldn't that be awesome? They were just like, hi. Well, we're gonna leave the button in the ad down there on the bottom corner if you ever find that money or the desire. Who is this and why? Oh, it is. Never heard it before. Sorry, almost died. See, a lost pack makes sense. You found it here. It's obviously a pack, someone's pack when they were adventuring. Maybe they died. Therefore, it's lost here. Maybe you could see that there was a struggle. Someone was running from something. They're injured. And they dropped the pack to line their load, and it's obvious that it happened during the fight. Then you could say that's an abandoned pack. They abandoned it because it was a burden. See, I'm just talking about perception here. How did they decipher the journal was abandoned? Suggest that the journal was somehow part of the hindrance for them trying to escape the monsters that they're fighting. I guess it looks like there's a claw mark on the journal, like they used as a very tiny journal-sized shield. Like I said, just look at a journal on the ground and being able to decipher that it's an abandoned journal rather than lost or discarded is just a high roll. That's just a really high roll. That's some high detective work. I don't know why I can't get off that topic. I don't know why. The abandoned journal intrigues me. Like an old-timey, like deep philosophy. Does one abandon the journal, or does one abandon the knowledge they've gained in the journal? Or does one abandon the idea of a journal, because the memories will last a lifetime? The journal's holding you back. Rather than using your mind and exercising it to focus and to keep those memories fresh, you rely heavily on the journal, making your memories weaker and your ability to think weaker. One could argue. See, the One Ring abandoned Gollum. It was with Gollum in that cave for a while, and it said consciously, this isn't going anywhere. I gotta roll out.
Please, help us get out of here!
I gotta dip.
They're here! Get ready!
The only way out of this is to fight.
That's believable. That's measurable. I'm not pretending to be anyone or anything. I'm just me. Scorpion tails.
We may yet survive!
Be careful with those Scorpiox tail. They do way more damage than you think they would.
Here, something for your trouble.
Oh my. A snake god. Oh, no, that's spiders. That means it's gonna be wolves next. And wolves from on out. Here on out. Alright. Get some good slaying numbers up. Probably at least get 200 of them right here if we do it right. Maybe not 200. They're not spawning as thick as they usually do. At least for this one. Thick enough though, thick enough. Definitely at least 100 here though. If we had set up better right at the beginning, we could have probably gotten to wave 20 or 22. But that's good, that's pretty good. Oh. Looks like I missed something up here. Aha! Just 3 guys hanging out over a gorge. Talking about how quiet the cave suddenly got a little while ago. I hear a lot of explosions coming from the other side. Should we talk about that, or? Oh, sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to accidentally exit that. Uh-oh. Alright, are we good? Are we good? There you are. Sorry, buddy. I got confused while fiddling around with my music. Didn't mean to leave you hanging like that. Alright. At least the snowing matches the Christmassy feel we got going on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, there they all are. I was like, well, there's a huge gap of not enemies being here all of a sudden. Why is this foul catacomb so underpopulated? How could it be defiled if it's just a regular catacomb? And here they all are. They're all hanging out down here. These ain't surface level catacomb dwellers. They have to be at least level deep. Get a real party started. What do they do all day? They just hang out? Do they talk? Is it quiet in here? Do you just hear the creak of bones and weapons and they wait for things to show up? Spiders are nesting, right? They're eating whatever's left. Whatever meat is left on those bones. Whatever meat's left on these adventurers, I guess they eat the meats. They lay the eggs, and then the skelly men turn the skeletons that are pigs clean into more skelly men, right? Like, that'd be the logic. Oh, this is a spiral-shaped one. Spiral crypts. I gotta go back. Because all these little nooks and crannies are actually nooks and crannies that I will not be coming back to, because this one's pretty linear in a nice way. I don't know how I missed that guy. Can I jump that? I'm curious. Bone mass. Maybe this is how they make more bone men. They make a bone mass and they can summon more bone men from the bone universe. Bone etherealness. Even though there's a lot of dead bodies now, there's a lot of skulls. Every single crypt full of bones. Yeah, just once I like to play a Diablo where we start off in the good times that Sanctuary has, where like the population is just booming, to where we can explain all these bone men. They have a lot of crypts and a lot of mines, and it looks like from the size of everything, there used to be quite the booming population and cities and fortresses as well here in Sanctuary. I'm trying to read the bones. They're written in a language I ought to not hear. They use the bones as money. Nah, there's no way I could jump that. It's way down there. I'll try just to try it. Yeah, it doesn't go. It's too far down. I saw it, but I've never tried it before, so I wanted to try it. it's forces man to read the bones. What did the bones say? What did the bones read to you? A hastily written note.
Damn
Wait a
Tom.
minute, once again.
Liar. I'm trapped in here
How
by
can you
our
tell?
ancestors' magic and the undead. Whatever treasure that you were told you would find in these halls is a lie.
How do
The
you
relic
read
is a
haste
curse.
in a note?
My own greed has cost my
Are
friends their
the
lives.
words
And so
super
mine.
italic and you just assume that they
If
are
you read
writing this very
note,
quickly?
Then it's too late. You will share this tomb with the rest of us.
Is that what the bones taught me? The bones taught me how to tell if a journal's abandoned and if a note was written in haste. If it was written in haste, how come I didn't read it hastefully? I read it kind of evenly paced there. Yeah, the script sucks. Every time I kill the boat, every time someone of my fellow adventurers dies, the spiders eat all the flesh off, and then the bone men make that skeleton into another bone man. Never ends. It's always something. Not to mention all the bones that are already in here. That's the curse. That's the curse that the bone men give you. You can forever decipher the way anything was written before it was left to you to read. This journal was abandoned out of anger. I could tell that the author of this journal left it, saying this journal caused me nothing but trouble. Yeah, it's confusing, right? It says hastily written. How do you know? What part? I've never seen a font that gave me insight on how the writer was writing it. Like, you never open up... You never, like, open up a page randomly on The Great Gatsby and you think to yourself, I can tell that this is the part where Fitzgerald was on the toilet. Like, this is written with post-shit clarity. That guy should be a detective. If you can hear a writer's post-butt exhaust clarity in his words, you're something else, man. You're on the next level. Well, also describing the demon Sesame must have been hastily written. Yes. Who was it that said that again, Devin? Who was the guy who said, like poop from a butt? Can't remember. I remember we had to laugh about it because it was confusing. Why he had to stop and clarify that that's where the poop came from. As if there was a different place that poop is created. Here's a question I asked yesterday. Do you think the goat men poop out little balls like goats, or do they leave man logs behind? Or is it a combination of both? Oh, the last 20 years of Metallica. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. It is universally understood the last 20 years of Metallica sounded like poop coming from a butt. These are things I think about. How come you don't see any good bone men and bone women on the human side, since all the bone people used to be humans and were more than likely summoned by a necromancer?
I saw a serpent far powers of the Eternal Conduit.
How come if you're an evil necromancer, it's super easy to summon a bunch of skilly men and then leave them even after you die? But if you're a good necromancer, you can only summon like 20 of them, and they can only hang out while you're alive. Where's the rule book on that?
Tears of blood rained on a desert June. Heavens torn asunder.
Then you find that one hastily written abandoned journal that says, in my 20 years of necromancy, I have finally discovered that not all poop comes from a butt.
Fog of lies. Plagues of every name.
Oh, wow.
I saw a child. Birth to a mother.
Now, I get it. I get it if it's classified as dark, but to automatically say it's evil, yeah, that feels weird to me. Seeing as you're like, your bone men literally come from like magic, because you can summon them from demon bodies that aren't made of human. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, which was that in Dragon Age Origins or Inquisition? I think I have both of those. I need to go through them again at some point. I've decided to really settle in and try to get this done. Get this level 300 done. And this could be a while. It's gonna take a lot of time. Inquisition and Velguard. Is Velguard still mixed reviewed? I haven't been back to it in a while. Fair enough. Fair enough. I haven't bought it either. Velguard. I bought Inquisition and then the universally controversial Dragon Age 2. I haven't been through that one either. But I have it. I don't know if that's gonna be my next big RPG though. I think once I get my sleep schedule correct and get back to where I want to be, I think I'll just be, I might move to oh, really? Nah. I've been watching playthroughs more recently as well, but I didn't think about actually sitting down and watching a Velguard playthrough. But if you say it's alright, then yeah, maybe it was alright. I was actually watching, one of the games I was like, I wonder why I never made it to PC, and I was looking at was Dead to Rights. And I watched Super Best Friends play through it, and I said to myself, now that I watched them play through it, I realized that when I first played through it, I wasn't bad at the game. It's actually just a really hard game. It's just a hard game. There's some spots where enemies literally just spawn a crazy amount and tear you up. But Velguard? Yeah, I guess I should look that up and see if someone I liked played through it. So I can learn more about it. Yeah, that does sound interesting, because I feel like that idea, that avenue doesn't get explored very often. It's like an alignment thing. Like, D&D gives you, like, gray areas, but the way necromancy works in D&D is you have to use, like, people bones, right? If you want to make bone men. So it comes off as, it's like up there with like Cannibal Siege, where it's like inhumane and gross, because that's like the only way you can do it. It's not like Diablo, where you literally just make them out of magic. know what was a crazy game? Yeah. D&D has like a set rules of how like their magic works. I think that's like what separates them from other places as well. I feel like a lot of other RPGs and fantasy-based universes have it to where it is more of a gray area, depending on how you do it. But I was a crazy game that I bought that I hopefully I can get it to work that I kind of want to go through. It was Banana Sandwich, was Deadly Premonition. Have you ever seen that one? You play as a Detective York, and you go to this town to like solve these like serial killer murders. And first it starts off like Twin Peaks. They were willing to become thralls, etc. Most settings assume force magic on unwanted dead. Oh, okay, I get it. You got some volunteers. People that are part of the necromancer community, basically, or the magic community, who are like, you know what? I was a pretty good warrior. After I die, bring my bones back. I would like to keep on fighting. Oh yeah, Jelly. The final boss is just this fat demon who turns into a building. It got crazy, because at first it starts off kind of grounded. Yeah. It starts off to where maybe you just have weird dreams, and that's how you like deal with the stress of like your past trauma. But then it goes insane. It's almost a David Cage game of how insane it goes. Like recently I watched Super Best Friends play through that, and also, what was it? Indigo Prophecy. And I forgot about Indigo Prophecy. They never explain why he has these ghostly ticks that he can see. Giant ghost fleas. Oh yeah. Also in Diablo, there's like unspoken ghost bigotry. Because you can see all kinds of things working together, but you never see the green ghost and the red ghost in the same place. They're always separate. Why is that? I want to know. Oh, dang it. YouTube pausing my music. Bigots! They're contrasting colors, too. They're Christmassy colors. But yeah. Crumpled paper. See, that makes sense.
To the scholars at the Chaldean Palace Library. 5 moons ago, I requested a manuscript, Necromancy, on the Transfiguration of Souls
300
by Callum the Elder. It was only yesterday.
300 the max Paragon level, so we got like
You call my work
39 more levels to go.
unethical, blasphemous.
It's about to be only 38.
You are too blinded by the shadow you call piety to see the truth. I am charting new territory on the frontier of the magical
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
unknown. My research
So
will
far,
proceed
I mean, we're doing better than I thought.
without you.
We're doing better than I thought, since the blue bar you see down there on the bottom, that's about 9 hours worth of XP. So it's honestly gonna take me less. I thought my first estimation was like 22 hours a level. So we're doing better than I thought we would. Get in the corner. pops up. But I don't know, my sleep schedule's been erratic lately. I don't know why. One night I'll get good sleep, and the next night I'll go to bed early, but then I'll wake up at 1 in the morning with my ears ringing and a headache. And then I'll just stay in bed, and sometimes I'll fall asleep again around 4 and I won't get up till like 10. Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah, we're basically scraping at RuneScape levels at this point, because I got Decima here has about 65 days of in-game playtime, like completely crushing all my other game times ever, except for maybe Diablo 2 and Age of Empires. I wonder if it's like the changing of season, could be allergies, but like, I don't. It's been weird. I'll get good sleep, and then the next night I'll get like 4 hours of random sleep where I end up not getting up till like 10 or 12. Yeah, it's gotten ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, granted, it'd be easier if I actually beat the campaign and went to the harder difficulties. It'd probably be a lot less time, but a big chunk of it is because of the no campaign skip part of it. Because like the highest difficulty I can do is expert level 1. So it is what it is. Vitamin D. It's funny, I've been taking my vitamin D pills too, because I don't get a lot of sunlight. I'm basically like, my skin is, I'm not albino, but it's definitely unhealthy. Yeah, that's pretty good. And that's all you really need, honestly. If you can do that daily, that should help you out a lot. And I should probably be going outside every now and then as well. Get some naturally occurring vitamin D. But like I look at my skin, and as a Hispanic male, like, I'm basically transparent. Like, I think that's why I'm so white, is because you can, like, my skin is not, I'm not pale anymore. That's why I look so weird. I'm not like a ghostly white. I think you can just see the layer of fat underneath my skin, because I think my skin actually is just transparent. I'm a ghost person now. Which is why I'm so curious about ghost bigotry. Oh, I mentioned this a couple of days ago as well. I was thinking about it. I was like, you always hear about ghosts talking about, like, mother killed me in the barn with a hatchet, and now I can't leave the barn. But you never run into racist ghosts. You know what I mean? There's never a Ku Klux Klan member just in a hood hanging out, going, just ruining a man's dump on the toilet. He just shows up. Yeah, he's not spooky. He just shows up and says racist things to you while you're trying to take a dump. I can imagine him. He just yells, "Get off my toilet, darky," and like, whoa, and then he disappears. And you have to deal with that. You never hear about a ghost like that. Also, another interesting thing, I never heard a story about a fat ghost. I never heard a story about a fat ghost. And I said to myself, is that because fat people are considered like jolly? Do they have like a spirit about them? They're like, I've eaten enough, I can move on. You never hear about a ghost who's having difficulty getting inside an elevator. Like, excuse me, oh god. Ugh. Yeah, The ghost of William Howard Taft is over there. He's always trying to squeeze by in the Congressional Library. They have that fat juju going for them. You have that universal jolliness that only food can give you. Or glandular problems. Also, of all things Diablo does, I'm really surprised there's no like cavalry units. There's no like bandits, like when it comes to like the bandits or the clerics and the knights. They're trying to stop you. Rotundus. There's no Rotundius ghost. There's never the ghostly apparition of a fat man falling down the stairs. Like, oh god, it's happening again. And you just hear the thumps. And the family goes over to see a very large fat man rolling down the stairs. Yeah, I want to know where they are. And yeah, and here's another one that's very cliche, but at the same time, like, Diablo has, like, several cliche enemies that are always reoccurring in fantasy games. We have skeletons, we have zombies, we have spiders, but we don't have skeletons like spider riders. I feel like that's a weird miss. Why is there a teleport, like, right here by this one? Yeah, those two teleports are really close together. Which is funny, because horses do exist in this game. That's like part of the mounts. There's my horse right there. I just don't use it. They actually did finally change it to where you don't need to beat a certain campaign mission to use the horse. But I still don't use it because I've included it as part of the run because I've gotten so used to it. I was like, you know what? We'll just continue without the horse. I move pretty fast as it is. But yeah. In Sanctuary, horses exist. Cavalry enemies. Sounds like work. I don't mind the snake cultists. Snake cultists are funny to me. They're a decent enemy. They fight like rogues, they fight like blood magic, and sometimes they summon the snake enemies, and sometimes the snake enemies are like a separate enemy altogether. And I think it's very interesting because it's like you have demons and angels literally existing, proving that they're real. But these guys are like, you know what? Nah, we're gonna worship the snake god. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, werewolves get the blood magic too now, which is bananas. I think it's just an elite power-up. Alright, cool. Get your stack, man. priestess. Alright, so this one's confusing. Why are the snake people... Are they trying to enslave or control the wolfmen? It looks like they're working with them. Makes you think. So Mephisto's on his way back, which is interesting. But once again, the DLC's gonna be $40. A separate $40 and the other $40 for the Vessel of Hatred DLC. Which, I mean, they're going for an MMO style live service game, so I guess it's like, well, I just think they're still kind of expensive, you know, 40. If they're like 20, then I probably would have gotten both. But since they're like 40, I still haven't gotten either of them. And I don't think I will for a while. Like, that's just, it depends on how many hours of gameplay it adds, and also, will it affect my run? I don't want to unlock anything that's going to make it to where it's like, well, now this run's not legit, because you get the blueberry ghost points that give you like 10,000 experience as part of the buy, and I'm like, is this pay to win as well? Like, what are the things that come with it? I'm very concerned. I know it has the new classes, like the Vessel gets the Spiritborn, and not super interested in that. I didn't look into it, but it's like whatever. Because I just heard Spiritborn and I saw it and I was like, so it's like not the wizard and not the druid. Yeah. But this one that adds Mephisto as an enemy again adds the Crusader back, which I am actually kind of interested as a playable class because he was fun on 3. And you technically was like the first character that got a mount and used it as a weapon. Oh, we'll just go up here. Dang, it's already 3. I'll go till about 4. Oh, I didn't even know there was one right here. I haven't looked at anything. I haven't looked. It looks cool if it's like, because they've already borrowed a lot from 2 and 3, especially when it comes to like 2's like spell select list. So I imagine that the Paladin probably has a lot of either the 2 abilities or the Crusader abilities from 3. Which, honestly, that'd be a good combo to have abilities, like, to put those 2 classes together, because Paladin was good for if you're on teams, and the Crusader was good for both, more universal. You could play him by himself, and he could be helpful on a team. He was actually kind of, if I remember correctly, he was kind of OP on 3. He was like, I remember when he first released, people described him as broken. But yeah, D2, he was like, you had to be running a party, otherwise you just had the auras, and you just sort of hung out doing regular attacks. Yeah, D3's Crusader was pretty cool. Another thing I liked in 3 that I kind of wish they brought back was the monk. I like being able to hit people with an ethereal temple bell. No ghosts of bears either. Animals don't have souls apparently, I don't know. Yeah. I enjoyed them. I never did a full run of either though. By the time Reaper of Souls came out and I made a Crusader, I played till like level 10 or 12 and I was still in like Act 1, or I just beat Act 1. And I was like, I'll come back to this, and then I didn't. I remember I made a sorceress per usual, and then I made a witch doctor, and I forget who else was in the game. I might have had a... Actually, did D3 have a bard? I can't even remember now. Oh. White Devil. Yes. Yes, that made the sound too. You let you know you're getting thumped. There's the key. Okay. Yeah, I feel like the spin to win always comes back, and it's always good. So far, the Barb is the only one that's been like in all the Diablos. Because he was in Diablo 1 as well, right? Or was he just called like Warrior or something? I can't even remember. Diablo 1 was one of those games where you had to be dedicated because it was so difficult. I remember I made several characters. You'd get to the Butcher and then I'd get stuck on the Butcher for a long time. I beat him like once. And then after that, the enemies just got really hard. Mostly I wait to get. Please stop pausing YouTube. Who are you helping here? Rogue, Warrior, and Sorcerer. There was a Diablo 1 DLC that added the monk and someone else, I believe. But I don't know if that was like made way later for like the remastered, or if it was released a long time ago. But I remember that they do exist. Oh yeah? Well, I imagine now there's a bunch of mods. I remember I used to have, for regular Diablo 2, I used to have a save editor that was super helpful because that was before I even got or even understood how to get like the inventory mod to work. So like, I remember we had to get a new computer, and I basically lost my D2 character, but my brother found this Diablo 2 editor, so I basically got my barbarian back to exactly where I was. And then I could actually explore and play with all the different legendaries. And I still didn't figure out runes, and I never looked them up, so like I was just messing with the legendaries. So I didn't get super far. I think I managed to beat Nightmare and get to Hell difficulty. And I was still like, I got the random like rainbow Diablo to spawn out there in the wilderness one time, and he just murdered me. Murdered me straight in a few seconds. Just blah. I was like, oh, that's cool. That was a long time ago. But I imagine D1 and D2, like I know D2 has a bunch of mods, and even the new D2 has mods on Nexus. I saw this one that looked kind of interesting, to where you get on Dariel as a companion. I thought about messing with that. But yeah. I think the next big RPG that I want to sit down and do once I'm done with... I don't know how long Wonderlands will take. I don't know if it will take that long. Especially if I'm just like shooting through it. I don't think I have any of the DLCs. But no, you're fine. No, you're fine. Most of the time, I'm just talking to myself anyway. Gotten kind of used to it, and also, I don't know, it's kind of helpful. I feel like I get a lot of my ideas out there. Just getting used to fighting dead air alone. It's quite the skill. It's quite the weird skill. Weird niche skill, but a skill nonetheless. I'm into some weirdos here and there. A lot of them stopped showing up, except for Streamboo. But for 2 days, I'd get one person, or like 3 days, I'd get one random person. They'd be like, "Hey, I just add you. You're kind of fun. What kind of games you like? Oh, cool. Why don't you add me on Discord so I can show you my art? Because I'm interested in making logos and banners." Judas, I forget the full name, but I think it's like Vigilancer 2099. Oh, really? Are you thinking about upgrading? Because if you're getting D4, it shouldn't be that much. If you're looking at D5, then you probably are also upgrading your motherboard then as well, right? And I mean DDR5 and DDR4 when I say D4 and D5.
That one was going to be mine.
I haven't looked in a while because my RAM's been... My RAM's fine. Got... Yeah. I thought the next thing you're gonna grab was a graphics card. I think there's like 3060 Ti's that are still for like 300. But the next games I'm looking forward to, other than like Fable, Judas, here's a niche indie game, Nervalis, which hopefully it has a story, because it was described as like a city management, but Nervalis is being made by the same people that made Cloudpunk, and I really liked Cloudpunk a lot. I honestly wish Cloudpunk was longer. $200-ish for 32. That's up there, but that's not crazy. Honestly, if you just upgrade, if you just buy 2 more sticks of the RAM that you already have, that should probably be even less. But yeah, my gaming one for a long time was doing fine on 16. Yeah. But I upgraded to 32 a long time ago. And my editing has 64. So we're sitting pretty as far as RAM goes. At least I bought them a while back. Because I remember getting the 64 for the editing computer was like 150, maybe 200. Then upgrading to 32 for my gaming one was like 60, because I got them on like sale. It was like 60 or 70 bucks. They were like $32 a piece, I think. I got pretty lucky there. G-Skill. Trident Z. They're actually rated pretty good for I think they go up to 3600 hertz. And then the 64 ones is a weird number, but still pretty good. I forgot who it's by. Vengeance by whoever. 64. I think it's like 2666 hertz, something like that. But I just wanted the 64. I just wanted the space because that's what DaVinci Resolve needed for editing. It just needed more space to actually operate fine, and it's pretty awesome. Once I upgraded to that, then I could fast forward these long 2-hour videos at max speed, and it would not crash DaVinci Resolve, and I could stop it and like flow back and forth. And I was like, oh man, this feels so nice. Because before, at just 32 gigs, DaVinci Resolve, like I couldn't go super fast for super long time. I'd go super fast and I'd have to stop, give it a second. Otherwise, it would crash eventually. I did not like it. But I forgot what they're called. Honestly, there's a few boomer shooters that I don't even have the money for, but that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, it's not a lot. There's not a lot I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to EA not being greedy and to not sell its old games for $15 a piece, even though they're digital and they're like over 10 years old now. Like Judas looked good, Vigilance looked good, Fable, I don't know if it looks good, but I'm interested to see how it is when it releases. Hopefully they're like doing a retelling of the story like they said they would. Because if they're starting Fable all over again with like a remake and like similar story but different, like I'm all for it. Especially if they took their time and put everything they wanted into it. As long as it's not Fable 3 again. Oh yeah, you don't own it. You don't own it. Gamers have to get used to not owning their games. This is the license where you use it for a while, which we may change at some point. Which I think is ridiculous. It's gonna just bring piracy back. Yeah. Yeah. Remember in Fable 2 they had like those environmental things where you could like hit their head against the wall or trip them over something? And then like it just rarely happened because the enemies would fight you the same way they did in Fable 1. Like you'd have to actually be hugging the wall and trying to get them next to it to be able to do something like that. Who's that? Oh, I'm doing a dungeon right now. I thought I was outside. I thought I was on my way to a dungeon. I forgot I already started one. I can't think of anything else I'm looking forward to.
You're there! Please! Help us get out of here!
They're here! Get ready!
The only way out of this is to fight.
Honestly, I get more surprised by finding good games in the indie industry than actually like looking forward to AAA gaming. Because AAA gaming now is at the point where you have to let it release, whether that's gonna be good or not. Like unless you're a reviewer and you get a copy for free so you can review it, you're just not gonna. I just think it's foolish to get it any AAA game that's on release. foolhardy. Scary and
You
weird.
deserve this. Never seen anyone fight like you.
But no, there's no like game that I can specifically say that I saw and I was like, wow, can't wait for that. Because even Judas, like its release was very like vague, and basically its selling point was the people that brought you BioShock are now going this direction. Which like BioShock was good, and honestly, if they have a similar game with a different story and a different setting, I'm actually super interested, because I feel like, yeah, with BioShock Infinite, they sort of wrote themselves into a corner once they went to time travel and time remnants like Flashpoint. That's when they got to where things got way too esoteric and confusing. But I don't even remember what Vigilante 2099. There's another one called like Berlin something, which both of them are like cyberpunk games that look cool. But other than Nervalis actually being an indie game that I'm actually looking forward to, I can't say off the top of my head, because I have this bunch of stuff wishlist, but it's like just a bunch of random stuff, like even the stuff that hasn't been released yet. I'd have to actually stop and look at it to remember, because there was a bunch of stuff I just either looked good, interesting, was up my avenue. I even took some stuff off of it because I was like, now we're gonna have to change the direction. Elder Scrolls, I guess, is it coming out 2027 or 2026? I guess we should be looking forward to it. Wayward Realms. Free Stars, Children of Infinity, which is a long-awaited sequel to Star Control 2. I don't recognize either of those. I didn't see anything about them. I'll have to look them up. Yeah. Bethesda, I don't know. They gotta get it together, because it feels like they're just re-releasing remasters to fluff up their fans before they release 6. Which God knows where that's gonna take place. I guess Hammerfell is like the consensus from what people saw. Like that grasslands in the mountains. Oh, okay. Like a big RPG. Is it using old school graphics as well? But Daggerfall, did Daggerfall have a story, or was it more like it had a story but it was basically a dungeon crawler? I mean, I want to play PoE 2 as well, but I don't know if there's like a free version of it, like there is for PoE 1. no games that I saw. I'm like, definitely not a AAA game. There's no games I saw. I was like, oh man, wow. I guess Dying Light the Beast looks good, but I think it's already released, and I'm not sure it was doing anything different from the other Dying Light. And Dying Light's good, but it's one of those games where you have to sit down and get ready to try. You have to put in some effort. Even if you're just goofing off, there's always a nighttime and the big boys come out and they tackle you. Which, honestly, once you get used to the city, it's not so bad. Your confidence definitely builds up, because then it's like, alright, well, I just know all the good places to run and where to trap them, because then, like, you wait for a certain spot to drop kick them off of a building to do a lot of damage to them. You know what I want? You know what I want them to do, even though I don't think there's a demand for it, but I think it'd be pretty cool, is if they did a remake, like not a remaster, like a remaster would be fine, since like it definitely needs to be updated so it works for PC, but a remake of like Prototype would be awesome. Oh, dang it. I saw it happening as soon as I paused to look at the map. You have died! You are bad at video games. Alright, let's go repair. That's Wayward Realms. What's Free Stars Children of Infinity? What's that gonna be about? What's all that jazz?
Come back if you need work.
Oh, there's another game I forgot about. Industria 2. Industria 1 was good, super linear though. Wasn't doing a lot, but what it did have, it did well. I'll give it that. So I actually am kind of looking forward to Industria 2. Because also, the thing about Industria, the thing that really trapped you was the story. The thing about Industria, really what you want from Industria 2 is to finish the story. Find out how it ends, if they fix it, or is it going to continue. That's like the biggest thing for Industria 2. Oh, that's good. Remember, it's massive, there's a lot of exploring. Oh yeah. But no, I don't know anything about. Oh, but what I was asking, what's Free Stars Children of Infinity gonna be? Ooh, Nightmare Sigil. It's been a while. What? In all my days of judging, I've never seen before. it's cool, it's cool. Let's see. Roderick Stronghold. Forgotten Wisdom. Well, let's make sure we don't have any blood vessels or monoliths chasing us. Oh, we'll go ahead and pop one of these. Hold on, what was the... Equipment delve is pointless. Vile splendiferousness. Might as well. The Urquan. Is it like RTS? Or RTS Grand Strategy? Oh, that's interesting. A timed one. So like RTS combined with like Fallout. Ah, the blind burrows. That's such a good one to do too. Died. An adventure game. So like kind of like Mass Effect, you have to go around and talk to them and be like, "Hey, come on now. We got a war to win. The Reapers are coming." They're gonna touch you and aggressively too, against your will, mind you. What happened to Lola? Not all the elites are gilded. It just may have gilded elites if he is. Excuse me, sorry. Fighting the schism of reality. What is that? What is this ghost bubble? We gotta talk about this? Is Timaeus Morris coming through? What is that? That's a new thing. The acid sites, those are a couple of days old. I haven't ran into this weird Timaeus Morris orb that slowly makes these slowly moving freaking Beyond Two Souls ghosts. What they should do, they should remake Omicron, but make it good. Omicron the Nomad Soul, that's what I want to see. I want to see Omicron the Nomad Soul in the on the streets of LA engine. Release the files, I say. Gauntlet? No. I think I've heard about it. Maybe I'll pick it up. Is that the one where it looks like... Oh, I forgot what it was called. There was that one where it looked like it played like a Bethesda game, but it was basically that. It was like an extraction party game. Or party-based. Team-based. Pick a different character per level, huh? I think I remember hearing about it. Like, I remember Darkest Dungeon was that turn-based one. It was super, like, you had to be focused on, you couldn't just, like, wing it. Abductite? What is that? Why are there oodles of Abductite in there? What is this? No, thank you. Alright, we're getting a good kill streaks in here. No! The Scorponok's tails. Okay. We can leave now. No, I have to see. I have to check it out. A helm! I can leave this stuff behind. Because if they can't dance and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. Honestly, I should probably knock out a few more nightmare dungeons so that my inventory is clear. But it's the Blind Burrows, Batman. I know that.
Greetings.
Uh-oh, there's a person here.
Hello.
Ember. I must be going. Tater tots are so good. I made some with cheese for a snack. I was talking about those the other day, yes. What's the difference between a tater tot and a hash brown? Because I saw that they make frozen, like, mini hash browns, and I'm like, aren't those just Pog? Or, like, aren't those just coin-shaped tater tots? Tater coins? How's you gonna look me in the eye and call me a circular disc tater tot mini hash brown? That's like confessing that they're the same thing, just cooked differently. They're bigger. Like hash browns can be diced up into tater tots. I think it's the way you cook them. That's the way I theorized it. Because you pan-sear a hash brown. Because you can have raw potatoes sliced up like julienne style, put in the pan, cook it up, and that's a hash brown. The potato tot, it's like a little barrel. And you can make it in the oven if you try. I just tried this the other day as well. No one's ever made a pizza using a tater tot crust.
Bless you.
Would that be a Midwestern American fusion? Remember, while I had the time and the money, I was experimenting with making my own potato bread. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the end goals. It was like I was gonna try to make a pizza using potato bread dough to get a potato dough crust. It would have been rich, but it would have been delicious. And now I'm thinking, what if I just made it out of potato? What if I just made a giant in the oven hash brown and then put a pizza on top of it? With sauce, nothing complicated. Sauce, cheese, pepperoni. Go from there. Cut a slice. Use a paper towel to pick it up and eat it like you would a giant hash brown. That's my inner fat girl talking. She wants out. She wants out. She wants to explore the new world. Get off me. There it is again, the abandoned journal.
You hear it? It is I know
Yes.
I know whether
Clawing at the seams of reality,
in my
begging
head,
for a sweet release.
my mind will not be so
Sweet, fat release.
taken down into the earth.
It speaks to me. It speaks of the corruption of flesh.
I'm going to be seen again. Is that the fate awaiting me?
Can you believe Iron Giant got ignored when first released? That was weird. Then you watch it and it's actually awesome. Makes me emotional every single time a little kid tells him you don't have to be a gun. I wonder if that'll be us one day looking up an AI mama. Yeah, absolutely. It's like, dude, why do you even want it at this point? Then he murders me. Yes. Lilith. I don't even know what Lilith's deal is. I never watched the story. I'm waiting for it to be a surprise once I reach the level. I want that purest reaction. I gotta see what her motives are. Is it really just because she's love-scorn over her previous lover that created humanity? Because apparently her and that angel got it on. And now she's like, okay, Boomer. Alright. Let's get this party started. How many obols does one person need? You know what? Take me to the obol prison. Yeah, some people just don't get it, man. The problem is you gotta put your best foot forward. The Diablo, not based on reality. It's a story that has to be like reoccurring. It's like the never-ending story. It's built to where it'll keep going. While in reality, effort will be recognized. You just have to keep putting it in. It's sort of like erosion, like the ocean. The way water... See, look at my XP bar. Notice how it continues to move. It may be slow, but the water keeps on destroying the rock. You gotta put in the work. Those who are truly following the Tao will look foolish to others. It's been said, and it's true. I think it's one of those things where he's probably going to show up later. Because if they brought Mephisto back, I mean, obviously they're leading up to bringing everyone back at this point. I won't be surprised if it's every single DLC. They might even bring some of the D3 guys back. Because at the same time, telling someone that it's not going to happen is like very similar to, well, maybe it's never going to happen for you trying to stop them. Maybe that's the thing you need to accept. While you're telling people to move on, maybe it's everyone else trying to tell them to move on. They need to move on and live their own lives and make their own mistakes and put in their own efforts towards goals and ambitions rather than just on the crux of what you're doing.
For 43 years,
Caretaker's memoirs.
swept the floors, lit candles, and welcomed the faithful here to the tomb of our Saint Eleonora. May she rest in the Father's glory. The faithful have stopped coming. I hear their horses thunder by on the road.
Because honestly,
charging headlong into the wild to serve the Father.
it's one of those things to where
Lucky few, they earn a tomb of their own. And perhaps an old monk to care for them. While the world
oh yeah, I'm fighting
forgets
Gelf at
their
4.
names.
You take it easy, man. I'll see you later. Give him what for. But let's expand on that idea. Yeah, absolutely, man. More than welcome, thank you. Thank you for coming. But I will expand on that idea that Devin brought up. About putting in effort and it seeming like it's not going anywhere. The thing about it is, sometimes it's not the destination, it's the journey. And the friends you make along the way. See, here's the thing of why I know I'm headed the right way. Way too many people tried to stop me for absolutely no reason. Which tells me that if they're a part of my team, that they have some sort of weird fear of success. And if they're strangers, that they are afraid of my success. Because for some reason, they're built on the minds where they can only be successful on the destruction of others. Sort of like this bucket crab mentality, if you will. That's how I know I'm doing the right thing. Because if it was bad, and it will always be bad, and it has no potential, everyone would have just ignored it and let it fizzle out on its own. But they didn't. They all came out of the woodwork swinging for no reason. When all I did was be nice and give them compliments, they came out me like I was attacking them. And I want to know why. And you know what? Well, sometimes life gives you roadblocks, and they try to put up barriers, slow you down, and stop you. Because it is good, and it is supposed to happen, and they're afraid of it. It's one of those things where when people give you bad advice on purpose so that you fail, so that they'll be successful. You know what I mean? Rather than winning, they chose to just... Like, do you know how many stories you hear of people where their friends and family would just stand around not doing anything, talking about, well, it's never gonna work, it's never gonna work, it's never gonna work. And then after it works, after they're successful, after their ideas come to fruition, all of a sudden they all pop up the opposite. Well, I was supporting him the whole time, I was there. I had his back. And once again, instead of talking to me directly, notice how he tried to weasel and sideways talk it in these ideas. See, that's the sign of a manipulator. Instead of talking directly, they try to put the idea into your head. And it's like, dude, if you can't even be honest with yourself about what you're doing, like, why should I take you seriously? So, let me reiterate. That what I was doing really had no purpose and was going to go nowhere, then a singular detractor would have been enough. The fact that they tried to destroy it so hard tells me that it's out of fear for something else, and I have no idea why. Why the potential of having a job that you are good at and also enjoy is such a fear, a thing to be afraid of. Like I said, if it was bad, if it was really bad and going nowhere, then everyone who was successful at it would have ignored me, not attacked me. That's ridiculous. No one who had, like, do we as people stop to listen to the protests of a singular ant? No, you only stop when the ant starts speaking English. So if they want to waste their money trying to stop this from happening, that's all money that could have been used to do good. That's why I have to keep on going. Because once again, they increasingly disappoint me. And this is how we know it's working. Because if it wasn't, they wouldn't bother watching my old streams to bring up old topics and try and talk me out of it by worming their way through it as well. They can't just be honest about it. They can't say, well, I don't feel like it's gonna work, because then when it does work, there'll be one of those people that said, well, it never was gonna work. But that's what they feel in the heart. That's what they feel. That's what they feel on the inside, but they can't say it. Because if it wasn't going to work, honestly, all those people, all those different people who were attacking me, not a single one would have attacked me if it wasn't working, if it was nothing. It would have been ignored. It would be illogical. Why would you pay attention to the ant stacking pebbles? Why would any logical person stop to look at the singular ant and say, silly ant stacking those rocks? They'll never become a big pile. Never. You understand? That would mean that all of them are on tinder boxes of weak mentalities that are ready to be ignited. All of them? Every single one? One, maybe. But every single person who I just left a tiny compliment to started losing their minds? Doesn't make any sense. A logical deduction, if they were truly successful, and my channel was nothing, they would have ignored
in the
me.
center of an uncivilized
Doesn't make any sense.
to make right what I have done wrong. This one, like my past, is restless, angry, and full of whispers. I go to bed with his voice in my ear, reciting
Also,
the litany of
My friend,
sins.
instead of being weird and backwards about it,
to me that my
would have just said in
repentance
plain
needs
English,
little-
like, maybe you should make reaction content instead.
I feel no remorse.
They would have hinted at it. They would have tried to, like, steer it. They would have made this weird dichotomy of it has to be his idea. That doesn't make any sense. They would have offered ideas. But, you know what? I digress. ET will be level 300, and ET's channel will be successful. Despite what a bunch of people who apparently are better off. Like, does that make sense to you? A single person, a single nothing person has a singular idea, and then a bunch of successful people who are running their own businesses and channels have the time and the energy to put in several attempts to criticize and attack me without even mentioning me by name. Does that make sense? No. If you're truly successful, you wouldn't waste your time and your money doing that. So that's just retarded. That's what that is. And I should know. I myself am the shortest crayon in the box, but I'm the best at it. But I'm gonna leave this here. I gotta shower. I gotta get ready for the evening. I don't know if I'll be back tonight. I want to be. I will attempt to do so, but I can't make any promises. The days have been kind of crazy. But thank you all who came out tonight. Leave this one right here. Diablo 4. On the path to level 300. Looks like we got right past the meteor, the B button. As you can see, the red B button, we got past it. So honestly, we're doing pretty well. Another 4 hours, maybe, we might level up again, which will be a lot less time than I first estimated. That'll only make it about 13, maybe 12 hours of grinding, rather than 22, which is what I first estimated. But that's on me. I should have known, because I remembered that first bit of XP right at the beginning, for some reason, takes the longest. That cracking it open from leaving the number to the middle of the first ability, for some reason that takes longer than everywhere else. But, like I said, thank you. Thank you all. I don't know who's out here enjoying these things, since it is just me grinding D4 while talking to myself. But if you enjoy, you enjoy. and I appreciate it. And thank you all, future people. Come back to watch these old. I don't even know. Could you call these Let's Play videos? At this point, they're basically just like vlogs of the ET's drop into insanity. Which, could be useful to someone someday. And this is how it happens. This is what it looks like. But we'll leave this here for now. Alright, it was fun. Try to be back tomorrow. Y'all take it easy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Twiddle my fingers for joy.